So Teyana Taylor music hasn't went anywhere, and she pretty much has an underrated music career despite being super talented. Now, did her music end because of mismanagement, or what really caused the demise? So up to this point, Teyana has been in the music industry for a while. She's literally the embodiment of somebody who's multi-talented: singer, dancer, choreographer, director, and designer. But even with all those talents, nothing will prepare her into the spotlight like the Fade music video would. Talk about a breakout moment. This was her big moment. Everybody and their mama was talking about who was the girl from the Kanye West music video. And that's not to take away anything she's done prior to that moment, because a lot of us knew her from My Sweet 16, and by that time she had already had a record deal with Pharrell, choreographed Beyonce's music video, acted in a few films, a couple of mixtapes, and her debut album hit #1 on the charts. So she was very accomplished, but still a lot of people didn't know who she was or that she even did music. So going back to this moment, she went super viral in this video. Literally everyone was just infatuated with her body and how good she looked. She was #bodygoals, and I'm almost certain that gym memberships increased after this video premiered. That's how shook people were. And so for this moment in time, the spotlight was completely on Miss Teyana. But she completely fumbled this opportunity because she failed to promote any type of music. After she had this newfound fame, she started modeling, doing fashion, workout videos, launching clothing lines. She had her own TV show. She was literally doing everything besides music. She had no music to promote because there was no album. So she's getting all this free promotion and promoting everything but the music. So that puts her in a position where people know of her, but no one is checking for the music. But honestly, if she had music to promote, people still wouldn't check for it because the entire moment was reduced down to her being sexualized. Now at this time, Teyana is signed to Kanye West's Good Music label through Def Jam, and they poorly planned the entire Fade moment. Plus, Kanye has gotten slack for not supporting Teyana enough, which she did post in her retirement announcement that she felt underappreciated by her label, and that's understandable because her last album did not get the proper push or promotion. In fact, the entire rollout of the album was screwed up. The album was short, missed verses and samples according to Teyana. Plus, she had no idea when her album was even being released. So it's like, how does she even properly promote her album when she doesn't even know when her album is dropping?
How, Sway?
So I wouldn't say she was sabotaged, but between the poorly planned Fade moment and the album rollout, she was mismanaged. And like by 2018, Kanye had her performing at the Pornhub Awards. But we can't place all the blame on Kanye for her lackluster career, because for the first 6 years of her career, she sat on a label where she didn't even release a debut album. She had this to say about it: "When I was signed for 6 years, I felt like I couldn't do anything and that I couldn't prove to my fans that I had the talent, and I couldn't sing from my heart." And so for the beginning of her career, she was pretty much being shelved and mismanaged as well. But let's talk about her music, because her sound is very much 90s inspired. She's like a 90s artist in the 21st century, which I don't mind because I enjoy her music. But I do see how some wouldn't be attracted to that, because Teyana even says she's obsessed with the 90s.
Like, I'm straight R&B, straight. I'm like trapped in the 90s.
Okay.
Like, that's why I'm such an old soul.
And it definitely shows in her music, to the point where it does feel like she's always paying homage to those who came before her, which puts her in a box of being like a tribute artist, like the person who only gets called to perform at award shows when they're doing a tribute. And sometimes her music features too many 90s samples that it doesn't really add to the song, but it acts as a distraction. Like, her last album was a good piece of work, but again, it was basically another homage album, and up to this day her biggest hit is Gonna Love Me, which is a great song, but it is a 90s song, so I do understand people saying she doesn't have her own musical identity or sound. It's like she should be up there with all the other R&B girls at the forefront now, and she's just as talented, if not more. But looking back over her career, she only released 3 albums in the past 15 years, so for a good part of her career, she was more known for other things outside of music. So her career was stalled because she was mismanaged for the majority of it, but her popularity continued to increase, so more people were paying attention to the music. But at this point, she seems over the music industry, but she's gonna stay booked and busy because she's super talented, but talent doesn't always equate to fame and popularity.